maybe 6 weeks ago, 2 months ago, and we found that some of the basic techniques here were really profound and just kind of shifted our way of thinking. We've been trying couples therapy, and it always is about focusing on where there's tension, where there's difficulty, and just by inverting that and thinking about celebrating our differences made a really big difference for us. So we decided to can the therapy and go down this direction.
Cool. There's my whole book. He just did my whole book. Couples counseling works 1 time in 10 statistically. Interview people a year later. 1 couple in 10 has had a positive effect for the reason that you're saying. I'm a hypnotist as well as an NVC trainer and a mediator. And I can tell you that what you tell people to focus on will grow. It's how you do hypnotism. So what's your problem? Where are you feeling tense? You know, doctors walk into hospital rooms and they say to people, how's your pain? I mean, as a hypnotist, that's insane. That's how you would induce pain in someone. You know, you want to induce conflict? Tell me about your fights. I mean, it's nuts. It's really nuts. And what NVC is simple but not easy. I'll be honest with you. It's simple in that in 15 weeks of an hour and a half a piece, I'll teach you the entire width and breadth of the whole thing. I mean, it was 30-hour training to become a professional mediator. That's how simple the skills are. They're not easy to put into practice because it has to do with the way you talk, the attitude that you have, the way you see the world. So there is a shift that happens, and it's life-changing when you allow it. When you allow yourself the possibility that it's okay for you to be heartfelt and compassionate in connecting with other people, to be interested in their needs. I read a blog called Tired of Having the Same Old Argument. And what I wrote a few weeks ago was, I married my wife 5 years ago. I think it's 6 now. Coming on 6. And 6 months ago, I married her needs. You know, I'd been thinking, well, my needs are good, and hers are kind of a pain in the ass. And as I've gotten more elegant at meeting my own needs, what I realized is actually when my needs are not met, they're kind of a pain in the ass, but I live with them because they're mine. And as I get better and better at meeting them, they become more and more fun. Well, I noticed that I'm having more and more fun meeting my wife's needs. And they're kind of a pain in the ass when they're not met, but not any more than mine are when mine aren't met. And so I decided, you know what, needs are not a pain in the ass, they're a source of satisfaction. And I decided that the way I'm going to look at my wife is, she doubled my chances of being satisfied because she brought more needs into my life. And so when she shows up with a need, I'm as delighted as I can be. The opposite of, uh-oh, what does she want now?
That is quite an interesting perspective, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It's just, and like you said, it's just, you just flip it. This whole thing, there are these 2 kinds of consciousness. And if you move yourself into the Ahimsa consciousness, the consciousness of do no harm, that there is no harm here. There's no danger here. There are positive, life-affirming needs that are present. And I live in that world. And I learn how to gracefully navigate that world. And so whether she comes with her need expressed beautifully or violently, I don't care. It still looks like a need to me. It's going to bring me satisfaction, and it's going to bring her satisfaction. And, you know, I mean, I'm a jiu-jitsu artist at this point after 10 years of doing this professionally and in my relationship. I mean, we have knockdown, drag-out fights every once in a while. We have dust-ups every once in a while. The difference is, first of all, we have fewer than couples that don't know this, but the real big difference is we resolve our differences. What does resolution mean? The needs get identified and satisfied. That's what resolution is. Satisfaction.